All right. Well, welcome to Straight Talk, Lifestyles of the Almost Famous. I want to welcome my friends, my people, 21Grams. Introduce yourselves. Y'all go ahead and tell y'all who y'all are to the world, and then we'll get right into it. Go ahead.
Marcus Stokes, a.k.a. AJ Rock, one half of 21Grams.
I'm Monopoly, go by Monop, other half of 21Grams.
Appreciate it. So now, everybody want to know about what Straight Talk is. We are a talk show. We interview people that have ingenious lifestyles. We discuss various topics, no matter what it is. Right now, we're discussing hip-hop, but we're discussing lyricism. These two gentlemen are lyricists. They're not MCs. I mean, people say MCs, they say rappers, hip-hop artists and shit. I don't say that. What y'all want to come to y'all to? Y'all lyricists, straight up. Y'all lyricists. And now, let's get into the questions straight off bat. Who is 21Grams, and how would you describe your lyricism to your fan base, to the people out there?
I mean, it's me and the bro.
Yes, sir.
21Grams, that's me and the bro. Like, if you want us to break down like the origin of the name,
absolutely.
That came from, I was in a conspiracy theory, so I seen a conspiracy theory that was basically saying back in like the early 1900s, there was a physicist that did tests on people as they were dying, and his experiments saw that you lose about 21 grams in mass when you pass. It's up in debate as far as like the legitimacy of that, but that theory alone and the 21 grams meaning behind it being representation of the soul was so powerful. When it was perfect. Talked about it, we was just like, nah, that's right.
So that was your idea?
Yeah.
That's dope. Because I mean, first of all, not many people gonna sit back and say, all right, well, let's call ourselves 21Gram off of you said a theory?
Yeah.
That's wow. That's ingenious. See what I'm saying? That's what the show is about. Ingenious shit. You know what I mean?
What's funny is that because I had the idea. I was like, oh man, maybe be a song or something like that. And we didn't have a name yet. I brought the idea to bro. He was like, what's wrong with you? Like, it was like,
so you just straight off just said,
Well, he called me giving me the theory at first. So I'm kind of like, where's he going with this? Then I'm like, I hope he's about to say, we had a name before. We couldn't use the names. Yeah. Somebody else had the name. So when he's telling me this whole theory, I'm like, I hope he's about to say, let's change our name to 21Grams. And that's what he said. I was like, yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, that shit's fire. I have to admit, it is. Because, obviously, some guys would think, grams, you're talking about flipping.
Drugs.
Yeah.
It makes you ask the question.
Exactly.
So that's why I thought it was good, too.
I mean, that's a dope name, and I respect that. I mean, I appreciate that. So how did y'all meet? Like, how did y'all two get together to actually form this unison, this group, this tandem?
This duo. I met him in high school. I think he was in 10th grade.
Yeah, 10th grade.
Yeah, he was sort of new to the school. He wasn't new to the area, but he was new to the school. He came to the school. We had the same class. Shortly after, I found out he rapped. Yeah. I heard him rap. I thought he was dumb nice, so I was trying to get him down with me. Eventually, we made it happen, and ever since high school, we've been kind of going back and forth.
That's what's up. Because I listened to some of your older tracks, and we was just in the studio, listening to some new tracks. And I have to admit, this is the type of hip hop that, for my generation, because I'm older than y'all. I mean, I'm not. Y'all niggas know who I am and how old I am, but you know what I mean. It's a pastime when it comes to the style of hip hop that you guys put out there. Because the shit that's out there now, don't get me wrong, some of it's dope, a lot of it's dope, but it's not lyrical to me. That's just my opinion. I mean, there's probably other people out there that feel the same way, but y'all lyrical. What y'all got is a lyrical factor. It's like you're telling stories, you know what I mean? And that's what most hip hop people want to hear from, you know what I mean? All right, cool. So let's go on to the second question. What does your music, your art, bring to people's lifestyles? That's a tricky question, but what does it bring to someone? Like, to your fans, I know you got fans that come up to you. How do they react? What do they say to you when they approach you? Like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. What does it give them? What type of feeling?
I don't know what I say, but I think we pride ourselves in what we get back from the fans is like our authenticity that we put in the music. I think that's what they respect. We don't really rap about a lot of shit that's far-fetched from us. You know what I mean? We keep it close to the tuck. and we make a lot of conceptual records.
Yeah.
And I think over time, those are the records that age the best because you're actually talking about something opposed from this, you know what I mean?
Word.
And we could just rap, you know what I mean, just to rap. We do that a lot too, but I think people was gonna say about 21 Grams, they got a lot of concepts, they got bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they keep it thorough.
That's what's up.
Replay value too. Because a lot of times, that's like one of my favorite compliments. Like, yo, I didn't even get this line until way later.
Yeah.
The bars.
That means you hear it over and over.
Yeah, I catch them.
It's dense. You know? So we put it in there and make sure that like you could listen back and like, because that's our favorite artists. We listen to Jay, Nas, and years later you'd be like, oh, that's what Jay meant. That's crazy. So it's like to put the metaphors and the double entendres, triple entendres, whatever we could get in there. But you know, like he said, like we also make songs and concepts, so it's not just about trying to bar you to death. Like, you know, it's easy listening too. You know, if you want to zone out.
That's exactly bringing something to someone's lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because everyone, there's certain people out there. Drake has his lifestyle. You know, people follow that. Like, you know, Jay has his lifestyle. People follow that. You know, Mobb Deep. They got their lifestyle. MOP, you know, I grew up on MOP. You know what I mean? They definitely had a lifestyle, you know? I mean, who calls himself Mash Out Posse? Goddamn. You know what I mean?
And then all them artists that you name, like, those are like direct influences for us.
Word. See, that's why,
we was able to take that influence, but also like make it our own.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Add our own little flavor to it.
Yeah, the content not gonna be the same, but that sound, that energy, that tone, that like that all influenced us.
But that's dope because y'all actually blend very well together. Like, there's not too many cats out there that are doing the duo or doing the click type shit anymore. You know what I mean? Because they don't just gel. You know, and y'all fit. You know what I mean? And that's something that I appreciate when it comes to your hip hop, straight up, because that's just dope. All right, so let's go into the third question. Who inspires you as a lyricist? Like, who are your? I mean, we already said a couple, but who are your true lyricists, MCs that you go to, like listen to on a regular basis, and like, I
draw some inspiration.
Yeah,
I say just hip hop.
No, that's free game.
Okay, so as far as hip hop, I say Jay, Jadakiss, Raekwon, Big, definitely. Sometimes R&B, just to go a little off rail, just try to get a different flow, to try to get creative. Teddy P,
That's
Marvin,
nice.
You know, got a nice size palette.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Got a nice size.
You listen to stuff that
the Isley Brothers.
That's some Quiet Storm shit. That's what I listen to.
Cool, he's raised off of that.
Yeah, right.
That's the era.
For sure. The MCs are definitely, one is for me is Nas. That's like that was like the standard for me. That, you know what I'm saying? But Andre 3000 is probably like after like my adolescence, that was probably like the biggest influence for me. But then, you know, obviously Hov, like everybody in the Wu-Tang, but Ray for sure. Only built for Cuban links changed my life. You know what I'm saying? But even like, you know, Lauryn Hill is one of
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
Anybody that was like mixing the melodies back then, you know what I'm saying, with the rapping, but she could out-rap
a lot of dudes.
And she was finding different kind of pockets and flows.
She was
the niggas wasn't doing.
She was different. But then like even like modern cats, like I guess Rock Marciano, he not
shout out to Rock
super
Marcy.
modern, but like the way he's done things for the underground, you know what I'm saying? The Griselda stuff, that's
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was talking about that. We was talking about that.
Love that Erykah Badu, the things that she snuck in the music. You mentioned actually Jay Electronica, that's one of the biggest.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
Because he would rhyme over it. He don't need drums. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I learned like, when you give me just like sound, it give me a lot of room to kind of just like flows. I gotta create the variants in the records. So that one, and even like Frank Ocean, that's one of my favorite writers. You know, writers.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we go back to like Stevie Wonder and Prince, like, and Michael Jackson, like those influences. I hear those in other artists, so I like to kind of decode and everything. Like when Nas, I'm going on a tangent, but like,
no, you good.
Nas would talk about his influence. So I go and listen to Rakim. I go and listen to Slick Rick, and then I'm like, oh, I hear that. I didn't even know Nas got that from there. And I hear other artists. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know they got that from Slick Rick. They got that from Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, things like that. So anything like that, ultramagnetic MCs, we talked
about that. Because when you mentioned it, I was like, yo, what the? How do you? Because I mean, listen, I'm not that much older than you, but it's like for a young cat to actually listen to that style of hip hop. You don't really catch it much, you know what I mean? Especially especially BDK. Come on, Big Daddy Kane is like, you cannot separate him from Mount Rushmore. He's on my Mount Rushmore of hip hop. You know what I mean?
You hear it. You hear how different. Like you hear how hip hop started, late '70s. Mm-hmm. Then you hear Big Daddy Kane, and you like, there's not much to do after that. You know what I'm saying? Like his level of lyricism. Like, there's not much to build on.
Him and Rakim.
Exactly.
Him and Rakim.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Really advanced. Like
those were lyricists.
Cool rap too.
See now. I mean, now we going off
time travel
topic. But I'm gonna tell you right now, no one ever brings Kool G up, son.
They should.
Him and Polo had that. They started something. You know?
I hear more Kool G and Nas than I do King, Rock. Everybody gives it to Rock. Me personally, but I hear more Kool G just with the pockets, the flow, the texture of Nas' voice, how he was chill.
Absolutely. So I used to DJ when I was younger, and I collect albums. I have vinyl up the wazoo on my walls and shit. Mm-hmm. When I go to my hip hop section, I go straight to Kool G and Polo, and then I go from Kool G to Big Daddy Kane to Public Enemy and LL. When he did radio and you know what I mean, like, come on, man, you can't deny that. But Kool G rap, and shout out to Kool G. I don't know if you ever gonna see this, but shout out to you, man, because to me that he's up there as well. And Grand Poobah. A lot of cats don't give Poobah. You know what I mean? Exactly. And that leads into this next section, you know, because I hear a lot of MF Doom in you. You know what I mean? I hear a lot of J in you, J Electronica, like I told you, Black Dog in you, son.
Black Dog.
Yeah. You have a very, it's your tone, and then. Cause I was listening to 40 Degrees in Summer, that shit was dope. You know what I mean? To me, that shit is that's priceless. That's gonna keep rocking. You know what I mean? That's gonna keep rocking.
One of my favorites too.
That's gonna keep I put that on repeat and was just playing like that shit is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I hear different lyricists in your sounds, but you both have your own sound. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you spitting like this person. You're spitting like yourself.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But if it comes down to it, like, yo, okay. And then the production, do you use the same cats for the production, or is it different people that you search out and
we switch it up?
Yeah. So like A-Dot, our boy A-Dot, that was the first one to like lock in with us, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's a super producer in my eyes. And then my boy Maine, we've been locking. That was right after A-Dot. We linked up with him. I found him on SoundCloud, and we've been building ever since. He's actually executive producing my solo joint.
Okay.
And then there's my boy Sen09. He actually did 40.
That shit is dope. Yeah. That shit is dope. I mean, it's kind of crazy because I forgot what track I was listening to. Maybe it was the is it Spiritual? No, is it not Spiritual? What the fuck is, oh man, I can't remember the name of it. But Jews in the Church. Christ. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
A-Dot.
Okay.
A-Dot on that video.
I heard it like a Havoc beat in there. I might be nuts.
I know it's a Smokey Robinson sample.
Okay, it had that. It was smooth. It was gritty, but it was smooth. You know what I mean? And it was dope. Lyrically, it's perfect. I mean, I love the visuals and everything on it. It's a dope track. But then we go into the shit that you did in the studio. With the
Alphabetical Slaughter.
Yes. Say that again.
Alphabetical Slaughter. Boy went crazy.
Son, you went from A to Z, and you just it just flowed. It's perfect. It was like I mean, let me see how I have it written down here. How I had it said. I was like, all right, you really opened up on Alphabetical Slaughter freestyle. Shit is masterful, and
it is.
Oh yeah, and I heard Rakim in that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Rakim in that. It really, really was like, hey, there was fucking Black Thought in there too. I mean, it's just so many lyricists that you pull from to pull that type of track off. You know what I mean? And you gonna do something like that? Come on, Manap, I know you're gonna do something.
I let him do that. I sit back and champion.
Yeah.
That joint. So that's
how did that come about? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's a Papoose record. Papoose had done that.
Same one?
Yeah, he had done that back in 2004. Yeah, 2000.
Forgive me, I must not be the greatest hip hop enthusiast out there, because forgive me, Papoose, if you see this, but go ahead.
Yeah, Trigger Happy Pappy, thuggification. I remember I heard that. I was like a freshman. I was like, yo, this is some
crazy at the time.
Yeah, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And that was one of my, like, him and Saigon.
Absolutely.
K Slay R.I.P. Like that was like my introduction in the under, because things was getting real, like like just mainstream ringtone rap.
Yeah.
So I was looking for something that felt like the '90s that I was, and Papoose and Saigon were like two pillars for that. And Alphabetical Slaughter was always crazy. I was like, oh yeah, one day I was like, it's such a daunting task. I was like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I was like, but can I do it? And then, last summer I was writing a lot. I was in pocket. I was like, let me try it. You know what I'm saying? Let me. I was gonna do it for like a couple minutes to run through. That's why the first two letters is so short, because I was gonna run through it. Yeah. And then around C and D, it got kind of good to me. I was like, oh nah, like I'm having fun with it. Yeah. And I was just like, let's make it a thing. And
you can see that you were like, you started to really catch it, and it was like smooth all the way down to Z. I was like, oh, this nigga really went through his whole shit as he was promoting his shit on the table and everything. It was dope. I mean, again, all I heard, I sat there, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? I mean, I didn't really put two and two together, but I will go back, Pap. I will. I'll listen to it. So his shit was better though. I'll fuck with you. I'll fuck with you. All right, so what's next for y'all? What's next for 21 Grams? How far is far? And I mean, we already know who you're trying to reach, but how far is far, and what's next for y'all? Like, what is gonna be tomorrow? What's gonna be in the next 5 years, 10 years, or 5 weeks? You know what I mean? What's next?
Right now, I'm finishing up, putting the finishing touches on my solo project. We just started getting back ready, gearing up the next 21 Grams project. Word. And he about to put out the deluxe for his solo project.
My man,
re-releases, a bunch of new music, new content, new videos. Like I'm gonna re-release my project. Got dropped it in 2022, but I put it on Bandcamp, so I'm gonna just put it out for all platforms.
You hear that?
And I don't know what Bandcamp is, getting
you better get on Bandcamp.
So way that you can support your artists coming up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Actually put some money in their pocket. Ain't nothing wrong with having your stuff on platforms.
Was it Record Fridays or Artist Fridays or some shit? Yeah. 100%.
But just keep trying to just do different things to stretch it. I mean, I don't see no limits as how far we could go. You know what I mean? Let's just keep taking it to the next level.
Absolutely, you have no limits. Right now, your ceiling is way high, man. Like straight up from perspective of someone who's listening to hip hop, all that. Your ceiling is high, man. It definitely is. It definitely is. So when is are there dates set, or you just?
Not just yet, but definitely spring.
This spring.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. All right. Yeah, we just hit spring yesterday, right?
I already shot some visuals. It's about to turn up.
All right, bet. All right, so in conclusion, because we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna make it real quick. Tell them exactly your audience. This is gonna be your audience. Some of mine, but primarily yours. Tell them what you want to hear. Tell them how they can reach you. We already said what's next, but just I'll leave it to y'all. Go ahead. If you want to spit a freestyle, I'm not gonna put that
on you. Everything's at 21gramsmusic.com. Social 21 Grams Music. My personal is Manap M.O.N.O.P.
My personal is _Marcus_Stokes on IG. And you could find everything there, and I'm gonna keep updating with all the new stuff, all the new content, and
new videos soon, new everything soon.
Yeah, it's a lot coming, it's a lot in the tuck.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all showing up. This is a long time coming in a way, because I just met you, AJ, and Manap. I heard a lot about you, and I appreciate meeting you today. This is not gonna be the last time that we speak.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Hopefully down the line, not even hopefully, I know down the line what's gonna happen is we are really going to make this on a grander scale where I can get these cats in like Coachella or, you know, Lollapalooza or what's the shit with
Rolling Loud.
Yeah, Rolling Loud. That's the shit. Yeah. And every Miami, LA, Chicago, wherever it is. That's their ceiling. Their ceiling is gonna be there. And I really am grateful for them coming through and sitting down and chatting with me because they didn't have to do this. But I respect that. And these are true lyricist people. You know what I mean? They know their shit, and they definitely they're gonna be, you know, the next thing. Like, they are truly an ingenious lifestyle. And that's what Straight Talk is about, presenting that to the world. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Respect.
Love.
I love
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. And to the next show, thank you for tuning in to Straight Talk Lifestyles of the Almost Famous. All right, y'all. Peace.
Love.
That's it.